Welcome, guys. Welcome to today's class. I'm very happy to host this one today. Today, we'll be talking about how to create systems for small business organizations. And then what that means is organization basically means, like I used to advise, um, we can, two people can come together, three people come together to say they want to start their own agencies and stuff like that. So that's an organization. That's it might not be that you're partnering with someone. Sometimes you just want to start your own stuff, want to start your own agency. And I always have point of reference. And yeah, so I intend to tell people that they can do things themselves. They can it's not really that tough. They should be able to create systems for themselves, right? And I have a particular settings that you can make a particular formula that you can start making use of. You understand? So in the next 2 minutes, let's quickly tell people that we are live so that they can join us. Please share the link. I've shared it to the group. Copy the link. I'm going to put it on the chat. Just tell people that they can now join us. We are live on YouTube, on Zoom. Okay, so they can join us, and let's see. Let me also copy from here. Come in, let me copy from this place so I can share with the group. Come in. Let's tell people that they can join. Let's quickly tell them we are available. So let me see your tweets. All right. All right. Let's just start now. So basically, let me quickly tell the story. I guess we can start now. So let me tell you guys a story basically. So a lot of people have been asking me. The reason why I actually organized this meeting in the first place was that a lot of people were asking me that how did you start ILTA? How have you been able to manage it? And I keep telling people that it's actually a very, very tough question because I it requires a lot of what is it called? A lot of plans, a lot of brilliant plans. And I can't really tell you what I did. You get sometimes you need to like discover these things yourself. You understand? You need to think about, okay, what do you think will work for me? You understand? So in my opinion, starting an agency, it really, really helps a lot. I'm talking about in terms of positioning, right? And in terms of sales, you get like marketing also. So what I'm trying to say is that you can convert better if you sound like an organization compared to sounding like an individual. You understand? I think I've wrote a trade on that. There was a time I wrote a trade on that. I told people that the funniest thing is if you sound more like you're working for a company or you're working in a company, people tend to actually take it more serious. If you call some kind of like a particular amount of time, there's possibility that they will listen and they don't mind paying. You get, because it seems like there's a legal backing at the end of the day. Do you get something like that? I mean, it looks like Jerry's Jerry's basically like Jerry's this assurance that and this trust that they have towards you that nothing is going to happen. Especially when you're talking about millions of nairas, right? Talking about 50 million, 10 million, even more 1 million naira. People can't really entirely trust a freelancer with that kind of money. I can't go and meet a freelancer and tell, hey, what's up? Like, I want to do a project and it's just you. Okay. And I send you NDAs and all. And when you start telling me the price, I start hearing things like maybe 2 million naira or 3 million or 5 million naira, 10 million naira. And then I look at you and I'm like, how will this guy handle this kind of money? You understand? Does it really worth it? Do you get what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, they kind of like underrate you basically, right? And they will tell you, "Oh, okay, don't worry, I'll get back to you." It has happened to me a lot. People look at my age, people look at my status, and they feel that I shouldn't like, I don't look like someone that can handle that kind of thing. Like it's a red flag, you know. And I don't blame them, probably because of their past experiences on, the way people have handled financial situations like that. Some people will pay, they will not deliver, or they won't deliver well. And we, designers and creatives, we like mentioning um there's this regular statement we make use of. They have to pay first before we deliver or before we start. So imagine somebody pays you 500K to start with, and then by the time you're delivering, you're not even close to what they expect. Okay. And now you've probably spent the money. And the funny thing that happens is that they ask for refund. You can't refund. You don't even have the capacity to. You don't have the resource. Where will you get the next? Like, where will you get that 500K from? You get, before you know it, it's impossible. And things that trust happens. We have seen CEOs, I've seen people whereby because of that experience, they will be drafting a lot of contracts in the next one. Then their money is gone. Okay, their money is gone, and that's all. Even that's happened to me. Okay, I did a project and they don't even, it's not even coming close to what they want. I felt like I understood the project, but I think something happened at the end of the day, some kind of like mental situations for me, my family, and stuff like that. The thing really, really affected my delivery. And before you know it, the guy was like, you see, you cannot even give me my money back. So, like, he has to start again. You understand? So, that's what happened when you're dealing with a freelancer. Okay. So, this stigma, a lot, especially with big agencies or big companies, they have this fear to approach individuals. You understand? I remember when I was also working at I got a contract from Access Bank. The thing actually did not come to me directly. Access Bank will not come and meet me directly. You understand? Except it's very, very rare cases. Okay, they won't come and meet you directly. They'll probably need someone or something that backs it up. So basically, I got the contract, but it wasn't like direct. There was someone that they contacted. There was this organization. It was like an NGO that stood between the conversation. So they will go to meet them. Those ones will relate with me. I will give them reports. They will relay back to Access Bank. So it was like that for a while. And then when it was time to pay, they have to pay the people first to get before those people pay me. And in the cost of pay this person. So they asked that they need my certificate. I was in school. I was still in school. I was in my 400 every day, and they were like, okay, this guy that is working here, okay, because they asked me to come and work at the headquarters. I cannot stay in my house and do their work. So I used to go there every day. Might not be every day, sometimes 3 times in a week. So when I get there, they will tell me. So we were relating one day, and one way or the other, I kind of forgot where I was coming from. I forgot that I was dealing with an organization that put me in front. You understand? So those ones pretended like I was a staff. Do you understand me? Okay. So I kind of like, because of having a relationship with them. So I told them uh that I was going back to school the next day, or maybe the next week. Like, going back to which school? Which school are you talking about? I was like, I'm writing exam. My exams are starting. I'm like, exam? Like, you're still a student? I was like, yes, no, I'm in final year. I've forgotten. I was just like relating. I didn't even know that they were going to snitch on me and they will go and report to their, supervisors. So that evening, the person that actually brought that contract to me called me and said, Damala, what did you say to these guys? Like, I didn't say anything. Say what? I was like, did you tell them you're still a student? They're like, yes. They said they wanted to withdraw. Withdraw as well. Didn't I do a good job? Like, what is being a student has to do with this? And they said they don't deal with students. It's in their policy. The person must have BSc. The person must at least have BSc at least. The person must do this. The person must do that. And that was how the thing cost me my balance. Boom. That thing just, I couldn't sue anybody because obviously I'm going to cost this organization that was like in the middle a lot of money. Okay. And that was how the thing just blew off. Okay. So it is important that when you're entering into the market, right, you sound, or not just sound like it, you have to be an agency, or you have to be, freelancing is too ordinary if you want to start making great money, good money. I'm talking about good money. I'm talking about good cash. I'm speaking out of experience. Actually, some of you are still, collecting stipends because you don't sound like someone that wants to be paying to be collecting so much. Okay, so you see people like individuals that they've registered their name as small business owners, like SB, SMEs, or something like that. These are the reasons. Okay, you need your invoice, you need everything, you need them on ground. You understand? Okay, you need all those paperwork. So as I listen to me right now, start planning on how to do that for real. It works. It's important. Do you understand me? And if you even if you cannot do that, right, make sure that you are currently working somewhere that has that backing that can help you, run all those things. For example, there's nothing people will rather patronize, or they will go and meet someone like Tolani that works at Google, or that works at which other one, Creditor, or that works at Apple, or that works at Paystack, the UI UX designer that work at this, that work at that. They will rather patronize those kind of people than you. You work at where? Where are you? Like, who are you? No, that kind of vibe. So it is important that you behave like you're an establishment, you're an authority. You understand? Okay. So how do you start this? How do you start? So when I was in school, I used to be called Moski Graphics. Like, it's just basically graphic design. So I wanted to like sound really, really different. I didn't even know that this is how everything is going to play out. So I want to sound extremely different. So I started making, okay, what name can I call myself? Or what name can I give my organization? So I came up with Elta. And so let's start. Let's write something out, okay? So let me create a new stuff. So let's say we want to create, let's make it kind of more practical. You understand? So this is how to start. The first thing is you need an identity. So you need to call yourself something. I'm coming from my so you need to call yourself something, right? You need to give yourself a name. Okay, anything in this life that wants to start a life needs a name. So let's call yourself let's say Maureen. So Maureen Designs, or Maureen, okay, let's do something like, all right. So let's say this is going to be your agency. This is what you want to be calling yourself, even if you're the only person inside it. Okay, you need an identity. So this is it basically, right? So the first thing is now that you have to register this. Then the next thing, you have to buy the domain. Just buy for now. You don't need to build your website yet. Okay, register it. Buy a domain. Then I feel that you should secure um the social media handles. basically this is how I started my own. So just for, I think I'm trying to like remember what I did. So that day I opened accounts on Twitter, Instagram, and luckily for me, nobody had all these things. Like there was a way I manipulated the spelling, and nobody had anything to do with it. Okay, so I don't want to put all this underscore, full stop, or something like that. Okay, so I wanted to be straightforward because of my SEO. Do you get? Then there's a way you can actually look forward to that. You can actually check how to go about it. I think the name is, I'm going to try to remember names. I've forgotten. Oh, Jesus. Is it name check? I think it's name check. Let me just look at it. Name Vine. Good. God bless you. Name Vine. Name check tool works. Okay. So if I check name, if I check Ilta, for example, I should be able to see if somebody has picked the name. Name Vine, actually. That's the name, the one I used to do this. But I think let's check on name check. I'm just saying this for the first time. Let's see if it has what we are looking for. So you check. Do you understand? You check if it is available or not. Okay, let's open another tab and let's find Namevine. I think I heard of Namevine when I attended Chris on Chris program, Daba program, and they told me about this, and it was so awesome. So, for example, if I like, let me pick my name now. So, Maureen, this one, right? Copy, paste. So you can see .com is not there. It's picked. Somebody has taken it. The Twitter, somebody has taken it. Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube is available. Instagram, it has been taken. Thumbnails, it has been is available. WordPress has been taken. So it's not good or usable. So let me see if I put ink at the back. .com is available. Facebook are available. YouTube. I think this one is good to go, except Instagram. What about them? HQ. Okay, this one too is good. Okay, it's not so bad. Just write your stuff. So I think I'll pick this. This one makes sense. So I can have maureenheadquarters.com or hq.com. You understand? But I'm very, very more particular about Twitter and Instagram, and it doesn't look like so let me see. You guys should suggest what you feel, what you think. Instagram. Okay, let's what about them? Maureen City. Okay. Okay, let's see. Moringo is taking, in fact, they've taken almost everything. So what about probably this is going to happen. Maureen HQ. Okay, is available. .com is available. I'm very, very if these three can click for me, I think I'm good to go. But unfortunately, I'm not getting things done, basically. Okay. So you guys should suggest what name I can use. Let me check the YouTube. Let's do this together. What name do you think we can make use of? No, we can't use morning.design. And we're looking at something short. Okay, don't want to go too long. Okay, something very straightforward. You understand? So I don't know. Let me just go with our normal distance. Let's, for example, just for now, let's just use this for now. I think I'll just like use this. Okay, So let's just pick this. Okay, we'll know how we manipulate our Instagram and Twitter. But what I'm saying now is that the name we want to pick has to be very unique, has to be good and good to go. Okay, so you can see domain .com is already available. .org is I mean .com is taken. .org is available. Almost everything here is available. .io, even the extensions. You've taken the Twitter, taken the everything. So namecheck.com works very well. And then what is it called? Marine also, you know, I mean name Vine is also cool. What about marine.app? Let me see that. Okay. Whatsoever is Marine. So now that we've secured uh social media handle, by the domain and the register, the next thing I want to do is that I want to categorize the arms. Okay. So we have arms of the company. So we have three arms. We have the executives, we have the management, and then we have the executors, or maybe let's just call it labor. Okay. So let me just put this as anyone. Okay, and this also has three. All right. So now that we have this, right, we have done all these things, we've categorized it. The next thing we want to do now is that we want to create a kind of um, names, like, okay, what are the people that want to put in the executive roles? So we have the CEO or founder. Okay, then we have the, okay, you can just make it one, basically. I think we also have the co-founder, right? And then we have the partners, and then we have the investors and advisors. Then in the management, we have people who manage stuff, basically. So we have the CFO, that's chief operation officer, financial officer. Then we have the chief operation officer. Okay, then we have and then we have the okay, we have CFO, COO, CTO, chief even design officer. So let's just call it design leads, and CTO. Okay, then from this, then this one we have the labels, basically. Okay, those are will be executing the project. So we have who do you want to put in your design team, basically. Okay, so you are just like an overview. So let's write an overview of the company. So it's basically a design agency. Okay, you are a design agency. So I guess you'll be needing, the first thing you need is you need a designer, obviously. Then you need who else? We probably need Illustrator. You need UX and UI, and let's say you also need motion graphics. And what else can you offer as service that you want to be offering as service? . Let's say you also want to do graphic design. visual designer or visual identity. Okay, the next one is that the next thing you want to do now is if you want to go into web development, so you put developers. Okay, we have the web, then we have front end. Okay, you can use like let's use WordPress, front end, back end, and iOS and Android. Okay. Okay, so we have this. Basically, let's just keep this for now. All right. So now that we've listed all these things, we know where we are going, right? We have a map, you understand? And then I think the next thing now is let me borrow from my sister. I have a kind of sorry, um coming. Please, if you have any question, just let me know. Just drop something to that management departmental resources. Okay, so we need resources. All right, so we need next thing is resources. Okay, so let me pick this. So what are the resources you need basically? You need logos. Obviously, you need to brand yourself. Okay, so let me move this. I think this one is as important as yeah. So we need to brand yourself. So definitely you need logo. You need all the branding materials basically, or branding materials. You also need pitch deck, and you need probably rate cards. You need strategy document. You need Notion. You need Google Drive. Okay. So I think I'm going to categorize this Google Drive into, let's call it inventories. All right. So now that we have all this, right? Probably you also need management tools like the Notion or the Trello or Slack, or if it's WhatsApp, you want to be a conversation, you want to so let's say management forum or platform. Okay. Now you now have like where you're going to. Okay. You probably also have you need a roadmap. So let me put a roadmap here. So I'm going to explain what all these things means. Okay. Now that we have all these things like written down, we now know where we are going to. It's important that you plan yourself before you start. You know, especially as a president or as the chairman or as the founder, you need to plan yourself. You need to be sure where you are going to. Okay. Now the thing is, we are not listing all these things because we want to fill them up. You understand? Or you want to make sure, like, especially from this management, the executives or something like that. We are not going to employ everybody. You are a startup, basically. Okay. We are basically a startup. I can share you the link if you want, or you should just write them down. You understand? So you don't have to employ everybody. You understand what I'm saying? You just have to have a link to them. You understand? You have to have a kind of you are not bringing everybody in. You just want to know everybody. You want to know a designer, you want to know an illustrator, you want to know a UX designer, unless you are one. You want to know a motion graphist. You want to have every of these people in your circle. That's what I'm trying to say. Do you get me? Do you guys understand? So you're not trying to bring in people in. You just want to have links to them. Do you get? So that is what I mean by having all these things planned out. You have them planned out. So you buy, you register. This registration is going to cost you nothing less than 50K. Domain is not always expensive. So let's just use 10K, and maybe you're going to host it. So let's just budget like 20K for it. Let's just put 20K if you are lucky for the year. Then we have to have, when you want to secure social media handles, this one is free. Then we have the logos. Everything is, of course, you're a designer, so you should be able to fix all these parts, right? You know how to fix your logo. So let's just put free everywhere. So branding material, you only need is a business card. You understand? You don't need any other thing. So let's just put like the one that you print, obviously, just like business card. I'm only reminiscing how I did mine. You understand? I'm talking about my first year, my first 3 months. I dedicated it to all these plans, okay? With the faith that everything is going to come alive when it's time. You understand? But all these things are we're ready, okay? Then pitch deck is a lot of just imagine pitch deck is like you hoping that one day somebody is going to ask you that what you need. What do you need? Okay, that's how pitch deck looks like. So pitch deck is just like you want to highlight everything that you will need. Sorry, let me answer this question. The registration, is it with the government body or another registration? I'm talking about with the government. Um, yeah, small business enterprise. Okay, just register as SB, small business enterprise. Yeah, I think it's 5K if Yemi Oshibaju is still taking us serious. But if not, I think when I did my, I think I ran my own for like 35K or so. Okay, so I just remember that we need a lawyer. Sorry. All right. So now that we have everything fixed, now we have. So as I was saying, pitch deck. Just imagine that a client comes to you and tell you that what do I need. So let me tell you what pitch deck needs to have. So I'm going to turn this into a drop down. Okay. So number one, a pitch deck needs an overview, what the company is about. So I'm going to move this inside this. You need an overview or what the company is about. Then you need an objective. Then you need solution and the problem that you noticed or the reason why you started. You understand? The reason why you started, then the solution you want to provide. Okay. Then you want to talk about your market size. You want to talk about your attractions. Then you also want to talk about your competitors. You want to talk about their strengths. So let me just put this here. You want to talk about their strengths. You want to talk about their loopholes. You want to talk about the, yeah. Let me pick one for you guys. I'm coming. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, loopholes, opportunity. Let me just pack everything from here and paste to this place. All right. So these are the things you want to talk about when it comes to your competitors. Right. The next thing you want to talk about now is you want to talk about the your own issues. Like, what do you need? Okay, so let's call it your need. Okay, then lastly, you want to talk about okay, so basically you need a space. Obviously, you need a space for this to happen. So please, like I said, it is important that you say it. You say the truth. You need a space. You need an office. You understand? You also need what is it called? You need staffs. You need to pay them salaries. Okay, so there's one thing they call calculating runoff. Man, I just hope I'll be able to cover a lot of things here. But runoff, what runoff means is that In the next 6 months, what if you do not make any money? You understand? What if you don't make any money? We'll be able to pay salaries. So what you do now is to calculate all the staffs that you need. Let's say you need 5 staffs, right? And you'll be paying them 100K per person. So in the next 6 months, that would be 100 times 6 times 5. That's your total runoff. So you'll be maybe that would be 100 times 6 months. That's 600K times 5 people. That's about 3 million naira. So you're going to write runoff is 3 million naira. Okay. Then you also need marketing. And then finally, you need what else do you need? What else do you need? You need resources, basically. There's so many resources out there. Let's say the billboards or something like that. So let's just call it, let's just leave everything. Let's just end it here. So marketing needs 20% of the money you need, basically. Staff, just like we already say 20K, I mean 600K. So the space, your rent. So that would be, let's say, your rent, give or take 350K or 300K. Just find somewhere small. That is if an investor is coming in. If an investor is not coming in, you don't need space. You can still work remote for now. You understand? Just use your house. Okay. You understand? So let's put all this. This thing is okay. Okay. So finally, you also want to talk about like their returns, obviously. How much are you willing to give them back? So let's say you want to promise them 10% annually. So just have this at the inside your document. It's not needed per se. You are not going to make use of it. Okay. So you're not pushing it out yet. You just want to have it. You understand? It's possible that you really want to sponsor yourself for this. Okay, so let's close this. This is the pitch deck, and then move this inside the pitch deck. So we have the pitch deck is already fixed, and the rate cards. How much will you be charging? You write out everything also. So of course, your everything here, just pack it, put it inside your rate card. Okay, so let's turn the rate card into Google List. Okay. So as for designs, so in my own style bar, I used to make use of 3-star. I use the pro, the medium, and stuff like that. So I have an example here that we make use of in EOTA. We have this type. So we have coming. Please let me know if you guys are understanding what I'm doing. Just let me know if you are feeling what I'm saying at all. Just type it into the, let me have a feedback. Please let me just have a feedback. It's important for me so I know if I'm going in the right direction or not. Please let me know if I'm going to the right direction. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to pick something up here. Okay, yeah, this is one of those lovely template I did. So now what I'm going to do now is, yeah, I used to use these 3 styles, deliverables. So I'm going to put it here also. I'm going to share this link to you guys in case you need it. So we have rate cards. So for design, Okay, for branding, let's call it branding designs. Branding. I'm going to paste it here. So anything that concerns branding, this is what I'll be giving out. Okay. We have the basic price, we have business card, 3 flyers, logo designs, letterhead, brand, and imagery guide. Then when it comes to pro, I'll be business cards, roll up, flyers, shirts, brochure, stickers. Then when it comes to the premium, and this is what I'll be giving out. So you guys just put everything here. Okay, this is branding. You understand? So you just copy out all these things as when it comes to illustrations, how much you will be charging. When it comes to UI UX, how much will you be charging? When it comes to motion graphics, how much will you be charging? When it comes to graphic designs, how much will you be charging? Visual design, video identity, and developers, of course. So you put all these things inside, and then we have your rate card completed. Okay. Okay. So you can see the difference between you and, of course, you and someone that is sounding much more like an agency. Everything is fixed. You understand? Everything is there. So you can see my rate card is completed. Then we have strategy documents talking about roadmap, where you're going to, what will you be doing, and things like that. I don't have any strategy document to show you guys. It's not so important. It's important for those that are doing products, that are probably doing products. You understand how you are going to run their marketing. Everything will be like highlighted inside this document. Then we have management forum. Of course, we'll be using Notion, Slack. We have Slack. We have maybe Telegram, and yeah, those 3 are fine. They're good to go. So I can put this inside turn this one into a to-go list. I'll put this inside here. Then the roadmap can be a page, because it takes, I can just turn this thing to a page. So if you click on here, you have another page, and then you can have a roadmap. So roadmap is like this calendar for the day, or before the year. Okay, how you want to run the whole year. So you can just pick a calendar here, right? On probably you just pick on the 30th of April, I want to launch our website. Okay. On the 1st of May, we want to go for school tours. Do you understand me now? Okay. So that is how you're going to highlight all the calendars, at least from now till, let's say, till June, July, August. You just pick like 3 months max. You highlight everything, right? So you go back to your marine stuff. So now you can see that we've been doing all these things, and we're writing it down. Then your inventory, you're going to put a Google Drive. So you can just leave this for now, like open a Google account. Okay, so open a Google account, and now you have a Google Drive. You understand? Use your company's name. Okay, so you're not using your name anymore. You're going to be using maureen@gmail.com. Okay. Now, this domain is going to give you a lot of things. Domain is going to give you a webmail. Okay, I'm talking about Tamala at this.com, at Maureen. You can also open for, let's say, info at Maureen.com, or put support at Maureen.com. So that's what the domain is going to give you all these things automatically. You can pick, you can set as much as you want. You understand? So when somebody wants to contact you, you're not using Gmail, you're not sounding email-ish. You're going to be submitting this to them. Does that make sense? Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So now let's move to the last one. Is it the last one? I guess so. Now we have arms of company. This one is very important. All you have to do now is to write their responsibility. I'll prefer to turn all these to pages. So you can turn them to page and turn it to page. Okay. So when it comes to the co-founder, you put his picture. The co-founder. Let me find my picture and put CEO, founder, coming. Okay, let's use a template. Okay, let's use a template. I'll prefer a template. Let me just pick a template here. Let's pick um coming. I think I saw something. Job board, applicant trial. Um, I've created templates for myself. So let me just borrow from one of our templates that I have. So let me pick from motive, right? So we have team directory. So I'm going to pick from this. I'm going to copy it, duplicate it, and so we have. So I'm going to pull this inside my. Okay. I think I've just let me just like copy the link. Get. So I'm going to put it there. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's do it this way. We have different style. You can call this team. Okay. You can call this team and put everybody inside the same like the way I did here. You understand? Put everybody inside like the way we used to sit on websites. Or else, just do it one by one. Let's do it one by one because of time. So let me just go and put my stuff. I'm not seeing my picture. All right, I've seen my picture. So I'm going to put it here. Paste. All right, now he's uploading. So put his name, everything. I'm going to fill it up. Name, phone number, what he likes, this and this and this and this. I'm going to put it there. Okay. Talk about the responsibility, talk about what he do, what he does, and things like that. Let me try and find a template. I don't know why I don't like this actually. Let me find a template. This is I think should be here. Yeah, think no. I don't like this one. Personal. Oh my god. Yeah, good. I saw it. So this is I love this template a lot. Makes sense. So we have team directory. So let me cancel the ones I've been doing. Okay. Makes sense. So in the executives, we have this. Okay. So just change the name. Give him a title, his location, when he joined, the LinkedIn, email, phone number, his bio, his goals. You can also write obligations. Okay. So sorry, you can write his obligations or responsibilities and just change it to the one. Write them down. You must oversees this thing, that, blah, blah, blah. You write everything here. You understand? So we have the team directory. Then you can move and you fix for the co-founder. All this one should be inside there. So basically just turn this executive into, so instead of team directory, just call it executives. All right. So I'm going to put lawyers, everybody is going to be here. Okay. So this one is going to be the CEO. I'll create CEO. So I'll be using CEOs instead. Do you guys understand? So you have all these things, you fill them up and you fill them and you fill them. Okay. Now that we have all these things fixed, you've picked your designers, your illustrator, you have their phone number, you have everything. Like I said, this is just like template for your how you're going to be running, because you'll be replacing a lot of people, you'll be bringing people in, you'll be telling people your vision, telling people the kind of money you want to make. So from example, for example, in the pitch deck, you talked about your tractions. The tractions are like where you aim to reach, how many people. Oh, let me see if I can get it template for you guys on what the pitch deck look like. That's if I see it. Okay. Let's go to Google and pick pitch deck. I'll go to Canva. Yeah, if you have any question, please just drop them. Please, it's important. It's important. It's important. Please, I want to know if I'm getting things right here. I'm carrying everybody along. So let me know. Just interact with me if it's too much for you. If you want me to slow down. All right. So let's pick a pitch deck here. Let's pick these guys. I think this one is okay. This is how a pitch deck looks like, right? Just imagine you want to present to people. Do you understand? So you can see this is your company's name. So let's call this Maureen. I told you guys, I think I tweeted it last time, that you guys should not underrate Canva. I think I told all of you that none of you should don't do that. Don't even use this. This Canva is too dope. It has a lot of things. I feel it's the most powerful graphic design tool right now. It's other than Photoshop. Photoshop doesn't have all these things, to be honest. So illustration doesn't have at all. So you can just say a design agency. All right. So the next one, you can see proposal outline. Everything I highlighted in your pitch deck, you can see. You can start editing it, or you create your own on Figma. Everything here makes sense. You can see how to make our company, how we make our happy clients, the clients you've ever worked for. Okay, you collect their testimonial. They tell you how you write everything they said, all their statements. These guys, this is what all the reviews all your client has ever given you. You put them here, put their picture, you ask for them for their picture. Okay, you talk about everything, your strategies and goals, your target market. Your target market has always been organizations, institutions, blah, 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 blah. All right, so let me check my, okay. Let me check my YouTube. I want to check what's going on YouTube. I'll be back very soon. In case anybody has asked questions, let me check them out. Sorry. Okay. I don't know if I'm not seeing anything actually. I don't know why I'm not seeing anything. It was not like this yesterday. Okay. Yeah. So you draft all these things. So somebody's asking, okay, now that we are, so okay, so now after drafting all this, now I am now a CEO or still a designer, or will I be doing all these things as a contractor for other companies? You can offer it as a service, of course. I offer it as I write the document for people. And yes, can start considering yourself as a CEO if you like the title, although I don't like the title. I don't use CEO. I believe that CEOs are company executives, or the title is for the bigger guys. You understand? And I used to believe that you're not running a company until it has survived 5 years. That's my belief. If your company has survived 5 years and you've not cancelled it, you understand? I'm talking about operational, and you have annual returns. You make a lot of money from it. Then you can now say, yes, I am running a company. Do you understand? You can now say, yes, I'm running a company. Okay. But right now, you can probably stop calling yourself a designer. Just you're a designer. Nobody's taking that from you. Nobody's going to steal that from you. You can just probably call yourself a team lead, or you call yourself a or just call yourself an executive officer or something cool. You get, like, you're not it's not the title that matters. Your responsibility is the same thing as all these things. You understand? You drafted all this. This thing is going to take you like a month to figure everything out, finish it. You get, now that you have all these things, anybody come to you and tell you, I want to do a logo, I want to do a flyer, or I want to do an app, you can send them this old document, so they know that you're not a joke. So imagine me drafting all these things. I have all these things. Then you come to me. I have on my pitch. I have everything here, especially my rate card. This one alone is enough. This one alone is enough. You have them documented. Some, they don't do it on Notion. Some will turn it to a website directly. Go and design everything on your Figma, develop it, or as WordPress. You have everything. But even before you turn it into a website, you should have somewhere written all these things down. And Notion is one of those places that I recommend, or use Google Docs. Okay, the Google Docs to do a very, very good job when it comes to this. All right. So I want to check my laptop now and check what's going on in the other parts. Okay. Okay, now I am seeing I'm seeing the comments loud and clear, blah 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 blah. Okay, so let's dive right into it. Let's move on. Okay, so now we are going and we are doing our stuffs, right? We are continue. So we've done all this management. Who will be using? Okay, so like I said, we are not bringing them in for now, except they are, you know, there's branding. Okay, there's branding. Branding does its own. You understand? Branding does its own job. You have to be good. Do you understand? You have to be very, very good before you can start pitching your vision or your mission to people, and people are like, okay, let me join this guy. This guy is smart. This guy is bright. You have to have leadership skill. You must have served. You must have gotten experiences in the short term or long term. You probably have worked for people, things like that. You understand? Those things will help you be able to tell people, or people respect you basically. So when I was in school, right, 100 level, 200 level, 300 level, I wasn't really that kind of guy. I'm just there. Understand? I just have this clique of friends that just you're just there. You get. I was very, very gentle. I just mind my business. Okay. But my 300 level days, most of us started using laptops. My friends and all. So we kind of chose different parts with what we use with our laptop. Okay, I use my own laptop to do a lot of designs. Then I just learned graphic designs. Then so I do graphic design. I was already doing business, so my experience has started way back. But my friends are still like watching movies, used to play FIFA, PES on our laptops. So I am very, very different. I use my own laptop to do designs, do stuff, right? I watch YouTube. I'm looking for how to do cartoons, make money and all. So that's where my entrepreneurship this thing came in. I was already gathering experience on how to run a business. Do you understand? That's the difference, right? That's what makes you what you're about to embark on. Do you get me? So my 400 level days, I have this popularity. I was one of those guys that people give stuff to, like, hey, Damola, our department is trying to organize a seminar. Would like you to speak in and also teach us what you do, teach us design. And I became this guy that people look up to. They want to hear. And from there, you start having fans. You start having people that like you. And then before you know that, your followers start increasing. You have impact. You've changed lives. You have, you know, do you understand me? So you have this personality of a leader. You get, so it moves like that, it continues that way. And from there, my 500 level days, then our final years, you get like I was on that took care of all the graphic designs that was going to like all we need for our final years, all the whatever thing it is, right? So I was the one that took care of it. So the one thing that comes with leadership is responsibility. The ability for you to take responsibility upon yourself without anybody asking you to. Okay, nobody reminding you. This is why I don't joke with people that they just take it upon themselves to do the right thing. Something is missing, nobody's doing it. Let me do it. That kind of vibe. Understand? You have all these things. You have everything inside of you. You understand? All these things they are the one that will give you the guts to say, I want to start a company, and at the end of the day, one day it's going to blow. It's natural. It comes to you like it comes like that. Some of you don't have that spirit. You can't pursue it. It's very, very big for you. It's something that you cannot do. What you can do is you can point out someone that is very, very sound. You should be able to discern. You get just destiny might be attached to people. Destiny, just like when one of my bosses like that, Chris. I know it from the day one that, oh, this guy, I'm going to help him. He has so much to give. He needs someone like me by his side. You understand? And I started as a graphic designer before I became a product manager. I manage everything that is under his company when it comes to product. I manage everything. I do hiring. You get, I'm the one that I'm the one that determine the salary, I'm the one that determine the responsibility. What I do is most of the time I use Ilta to train them before I take them to the B stage. Or that is why I believe I'm just the elementary teachers. So you come, you work, you learn, you intern, whatever thing it is, I'll recommend you to the person that I feel that you'll be useful to. I'll recommend jobs. I don't take like I don't really take in the jobs like that to get like, although I need to feed myself, obviously. But there are things that I will prefer to share it or give it out. You understand? So all these things that was like embedded into my spirit and made me who I am today. Understand? You have to be a leader. You have to have that calling that yes, I need to build something. Okay. So the guy asking if you want to be a CEO or something like that is a decision that you would have known from day one. You know that yes, this is my calling. I want to do this. I want to do that. You get. And those days in school, I also led departments. I was the head of SHA. I was head of organizations. In my secondary school, I also led campaign for VS. These parties used to host after like 5 years or something like that. I brought in a lot of people, almost 800 students, because I went to public school, Igomode in Ota. So I brought in a lot of people. I think about 100 people came in. It was so successful, no fights. You get all these things. What made me have confidence that there's nothing in this life I want to start that I don't have the grace to finish. You understand? So this is why I said all of you should please have faith in yourself. If you can do things, do it. Don't let anybody pressure you. Don't let what you've been hearing from social media. Don't let any shit stop you. Okay, if you know this is your path, pick it up like a man and enjoy the chaos. If it's going to make you suffer, if you're going to spend money, if you need to work hard, if don't need to sleep, all these things I pass through them. You understand? It's even I'm going to say something very, very funny. You get, if I have a girlfriend, right? I used to have a girlfriend that she is not really that strong. Do you get me? Like she just very, very all these calm ladies. She doesn't really have that vibe. She just all these low key girls. Or more, I turn this girl to entrepreneur and straight. You can that spirit. I will just transfer it to you. Okay, I can't watch you. I can't watch you not being a leader. I can't watch you I can't watch you not being above your peer. You get, your roommate should not be the one commanding you. You have to have an authority. I can't watch you not being an authority. You understand? So that's how it works around me. Okay. All the people working with me now, I just make sure that you like this, you are looking very shy, or you can't do this, you can't do that. I have to turn you on. I have to make sure that you can do things, make you believe that you can do things, you can lead something. I'll give you a project and you edit, you finish it up, you get. And that's how I was also brought up. You understand? All the days that they will tell you, they'll be asking us, who will do this, who will do that, and everybody's like, oh, I can't do it, I can't do this. Damola, oh yeah, stand up. You're going to do this thing by force. Well, all these things make you say, okay, you want to start running a business. And it's very, very important that you run a business because it's an investment, it's an asset. Okay, it's an asset. In the next 10 years, the fact that, for example, if I do not build a altar, I don't have people that follow me. I might not have the kind of influence that I probably have in Twitter right now. I might not be able to sell courses. I might not be able to have the positioning of getting clients that trust me and things like that. So all these things are investment for yourself. Okay. You need to start young. You need to start now if you can. If you know you cannot, no problem. Okay. But let's go back to our stuff. If you have any question, let me know. So somebody's asking on YouTube, what if you don't have the experience yet and you want to build your company? But in the process of building your company, you still look for work. You still look for work in some other company experience. Of course, yes. While I was building it, I was working for Daba. I was working for Daba. So yes, I used to say it very, very loud. Do not lead if you have not served. And that answers the question. Okay. Your experience, boom. Your experience is the one that's going to pay for. You know what to do. You have all the make sure you lead, make sure you serve. Serve. People don't serve nowadays. Everybody just wants to be one thing or the other. People don't know that you have to invest your time. You need to buy experience. You need to buy it. You understand? They buy experience with people buy experience with discipleship. Do you get me? They buy knowledge with discipleship too. You understand? You need to learn how they do these things. Okay. In fact, it got to a time that boss was like my boss was doing some things I was not really comfortable with. I wasn't angry at him. I was just like, I was in this bad experience to like, okay, I'm not going to repeat this by God's grace. I'm not going to do this to people. He's doing it to people, he's doing it to me. I don't think I'm going to do it to people. This is how it feels like to do this type of thing. So now I know how to not make my staff feel insecure, feel bad. I need to enter their emotions. I want to know if they're not feeling okay. I have to be there, so I'm listening ears and things like that. You understand? So it's important that you have experience too. And you can start immediately. Okay. So somebody's asking on Zoom. So how do we deal with clients abroad? I mean the rate card. You can have their own section. Create for people that are abroad. This is how you'll be charging them. Yeah. I should have put resources on onboarding. Onboarding too is very, very important. Just right. So this is a pitch deck. So onboarding is basically that question you ask people when they come to you. They come to you, they say, Damola, or DG, I want to design something. And you're like, okay, those questions you ask, okay, before you come in. So if you want to, for example, you have a kind of, I have someone that wants to do, branding. Okay, so the thing is, from all the experiences I have, right, I know the kind of questions used to ask. Okay, so most of them will come and be asking me questions like they used to ask, especially these four. I've written them down. Always document anything, any experience we have with people, we have a client. Always document them. It's very important. Do you understand? So coming. So they will come. They will ask you how much does your branding cost. Do you get me? Some of them will also ask that what is your branding process like? Some of them will ask how long will it take to brand my business? Some of them will ask what is what is involved in branding a project? And some people also ask how do I start? So all these things you would have provided the answers for them, the right answer. So anybody ask anything, you copy it and paste, or before they ask, you go and paste it, just give it to them. So that's what I did. I've written everything that they will ever ask me, like what branding service do you actually need at this stage? Those are the questions I used to ask them. Do you need everything that you're saying that you want to do? When they come to me, they are listing all those things they want. I'll ask them, do you need it? Are you sure you are fine? You want to have everything, you want to start doing everything? Are you really looking for brand identity? Right? And what about if you spend your money in somewhere else? Instead of you putting money inside branding, have you saved for marketing also? You understand? So we have everything listed. We have everything, and then pricing, the reviews, how they are going to come up, like how many times they can come to review your project, and what is going to happen if they don't pay early, what is going to happen when you don't deliver early. Start sounding very, very professional. How you're going to participate in launching your product for them. Okay. The terms and conditions and things like that. Then we have roadmap that you can click on. Then roadmap basically is like you'll be moving things around. You've segmented it. This is not a proper roadmap, but you will write something like started. You write in progress. You write complete. You can delete all these ones basically. Delete them. Delete. 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 Now that we have this, instead of orientation, it could be started UX flow. You just give it a name, right? And this is what I did for my students. So I'm sorry, those that bought my course. So this is like, sorry about it. I should have done all this editing before. So I also have wireframes. So let's say this is your roadmap for how you're going to build the project. For example, the app. Okay. So let's say this one, acquiring the domain name. So when you are doing all these things, you can like put them in progress, manage your team. This is how you manage your team. You've done the wireframe or you've completed it. One is in progress. You can also put deadlines. You can write everything here that, okay, this is going to be and the status. This is going to be the timeline. This is going to be, you can duplicate this and say, this is going to be the deadline. Okay. And things like that. So, for example, I manage a company. I manage data abundance. Okay, and there is this section whereby I do all the management of all the teams. A lot of people that are working for them. You understand? So look at this. This is a board whereby I do all the management. You understand? I have people have given the design, people have given the style guide to do, people that are developing the websites. These are the products. These are everything. So when it's time for meetings, I just like tick or ask them, hello, have you done the UX? It says yes, I've done it. I'll click on started, in progress, stuff like that. All my clients, I also manage them. Um, I have all these things, you know, inside my management board. You understand? So all my clients, which one am I doing at the moment? Which one? So I can change the default view to this, right? So I have a spotter. I'm currently doing it fast card. I'm developing it. It's becoming a negotiation. Someone have finished their own. Some is in retainership. Some I'm waiting for their review. So let me just like turn this to default view. Okay, so look at this now. So spotter, for example, I'm currently doing it. Prospect, people that have ever patroned that come to me and say, hello, I want to make something. So I'm going to put their name there. They've made the inquiry from me. People that they have failed, they didn't come back to me anymore. I'll come back to you. I put their stuff here. People that they are going to develop into a business soon, or I'm at the negotiation stage, I put them here. People that have sent invoice to, people that have made payments, I'll put them here. People that have started their product, people that is stored, it's not progressing, they're not saying anything, I'm not saying anything, it's just there. I'll put them here. People that I'm waiting for their review, I'll put them here. People that have delivered, I'll put them here. People that they've made their complete payments, I'll put them here. People that we are done, finished, I can just change this to finished. People that they've currently hired me for retainership, social media management, I'm going to put them here. Okay, so I have all my clients' works, everything is here. Then we also have the Instagram, all the metrics. We have the metrics. You can also record your metrics, put everything inside. So the way I did my metrics, but I kind of like made it in Google Sheets. So let me put docs. google.com. Um, no. That's that one is too private. Docs. All right. So somebody's asking on. Please ask your question, please. Okay. Somebody's asking is a bit confused with the roadmap part. Uh, it's called. I call the roadmap. There are two different type of roadmap. Okay. There's the one of milestone. There's the one of tax. So instead of roadmap, just call your own tax list, like the one I showed you, the way I was taking. If I've done all those ones that I give people to do, you get like I assign people to do. Those ones are tax list. Okay, all the project and what they are currently doing, they are there. You understand? Those ones are the ones I was like taking. Just that one is the one that has that large board. Then we have the one of roadmap. Roadmap is like the calendar for the year to get what are you guys going to be doing, when are you guys going to be launching, things like that. You understand? So let's move to the next one. So now, I want to talk about metrics. So metrics is also very important, right? This is where you can manage your metrics. You want to have a record of everything that you are currently recording when it comes to numbers. So before I do that, let me go to the Zoom and check questions. How do you learn Notion so good? How do you learn how to use Notion so good? Just do stuff now, YouTube. And me, I know how to use it naturally because I'm very, very good in writing stuff. So just, I don't know, just so you go to YouTube, okay, you see stuff there. So I used to record this, right? I used to record my, I'm sorry. I used to record this part, which is metrics. Generally, this is my income print and influence print. So all those chaos I'm causing on Twitter, everything is recorded. I'm not saying that you go and purposely create chaos. I'm just saying that I record everything I do. You get, so this is my money income for January 2021. The total income that I made, that's 1.3. The closing balance 47,000 naira. The highest credit that was paid, the person that paid me, and the highest debit that was taken out. That's 150k. Then social analytics, we have the tweets that I've made on in January alone. This is where I record my all my blueprints, like I was saying. So you can see all the tweets I made for January, the impression, the people that visited my profile, mentions I had, and also my Instagram, the numbers of people I reached, the impressions, profile visits, website click. And you record for February, you record for March. It's just like you being your financial stuff. You can say I do all these things without even bringing people in. You understand? So all these things they kind of like help out with like having your own stuff, having all your documents or your documentations. Let me go back to my marine. So everything has to do with your documentation. You are now sounding more professional. Now you can charge well, and you have this confidence that you put in a lot of work to build your company or something like that, right? So let me just end this meeting for now. Let me take in questions. Um, I would like to hear from you guys. What do you guys think? Does it worth it? Should you start now and things like that? Just ask me anything. Unfortunately, the lights kind of like came in. I should have gone to put my gen, but to put on my gen, it's going to take another while. Okay. I was already ending the class, so what do you guys think? Do you have any question? Let me know. Let me check. Or do you guys understand? Are you guys hearing me at all? Do you guys understand? Okay, so people are asking for the Notion and templates. I'm going to copy it now. I'm going to paste it. I'm coming. So you can also create your own template actually. All right. So how important is a degree in designer portfolio? I don't think there is it's not, I don't know if it's important, but in this part of the country I don't think it's so important. But
Obviously, some organization require that you have to be be out of school, be a graduate. You get like, just be a graduate. Some organizations requires that. And somebody is asking now that please don't forget to drop the document links. Yeah, I've dropped it. I've dropped it already. Um, Honestly, I've learned so much that I'm so confused. Oh, it's never like I've learned so much that I'm confused. What would be your first advice for us? What part are you confused about? I don't understand. What else have I? I've pieced everything, right? You know what? Just start doing it. Just start. Let's see where you get to and you get confused. Grant, message me if you have problem. So any other thing? So somebody's asking, what's your opinion of starting a company with co-founder? Personally, I don't recommend it. I feel that anybody I'm bringing in as a co-founder has to have worked with me for about 3 years before I can convert you to a co-founder. You understand? Except you are starting with the person has the same hunger, has the same, hunger, just basically have the same everything with you. You trust the person and all. Person is not the money type. So many times that a lot of companies crash because of this co-founder thing. I kind of like trust that you can start alone, okay, at least for the first 6 months. Then you can now start thinking about bringing a co-founder in. A co-founder that has seen what you have done and where you have gotten to, it makes sense. It makes sense, and he's going to trust that, oh, this guy. Okay. Another thing about co-founder is that they have to actually have trust with you. They must know have known you, could be somebody that someone that you trust before you now say, okay, I want to be a co-founder. You get, and I want to bring in a co-founder. Any other question? So now you've learned design system. You also learned team system. You've learned everything. You've learned what you do. Talked about how you're going to start a company. You need to brand yourself. You need to get all the domain ready. You need to register your company. Then you have to define your arms of company. Okay. Then just have like all the things you'll be doing, the kind of people you want to work with. Just like there, maybe James. Okay. Illustrator, maybe Tomiwa. You understand? Later, you can tell Tomiwa to join you. Okay. But in my own opinion, I think you should just start with the slightest thing, the ones that you can do. Okay. For example, I wasn't offering developers, I wasn't offering development when I started my company. I didn't offer it at all. It wasn't part of my service. It was just singularly designs. You understand? Just designs. I couldn't do illustrations. So just designs, UI designs and brand designs. You understand? Again, I started small. I gained what is it called? I gained client base. People started patronizing me. Like I have strong client base. Then because of the potential and because of the traction of where I'm going to achieve or what I'm going to achieve, you understand? I was now like talking to developers, like, okay, I'm not bringing you in as a team, but if I have a development job, how much you'll be paying me back in percentages? So they told me, okay, if you refer us or if you bring a job for me, maybe I'll be doing 2%, 20%, I'll be giving you 10% or something like that. So it went on like that. Then I just decided that, well, let me bring you on that altar. You are covered. You understand? You don't have to be doing negotiation. I'm going to do a good negotiation for you. You don't have to be doing marketing. I'm going to do marketing for you. I'm going to get you the jobs. I'm going to get you the gigs. It's not so official. Don't propose salaries. You understand? It's partnership, basically partnership. Don't propose salary. You're not going to, you don't have that kind of money. So I'll just propose that you have percentile agreement. You give them 100%, you give them 90%. That kind of thing works. Make more sense. You understand? You give them whatever. This is a deal. I'll get you the jobs. I have people that wants to do development. I have people that want to do backend service. I'll get you. How much you get me back? Okay, then you start doing marketing, you start sounding like a Maureen offers this and this and that. You understand? So when they come in, you give it to who you should give it to. You understand? So you have like a kind of like organization. You have you taking all the bullets for the sake of the people that are inside or the freelancers that are inside. And before you know it, you gain a lot of more client base, you have more money. So instead of you doing designs of maybe 500K, you can now call an app design. Instead of you doing UI UX for 500K, you start charging for app development for 7 million naira. And when you guys share your money now and everybody goes like that, your 500K will be turned into 1.3. You get it's between to 1.3 million naira. You have more profit. So you can start making you can start making amounts that you are earning seven figures and things like that. So that's actually the app. Those are the tips. That's what people don't tell. You understand? So the packaging is that you behave like an agency. That's the packaging, so that people know your worth. So I guess I've answered a lot of questions, and I know you guys have learned a lot. I hope so. So I guess we'll see each other like some other time. I'm sorry for the break in service or something like that. Okay. So thank you guys. I appreciate. Um, if you have any question, let me know before I end the meeting. Uh, Upcoming internship at Ulta, can I apply? When it's out, you will know, please. When it's out, you will know. You can come and learn stuff like this from us. Um, okay. All right, guys. See you some other time. Thank you. Good night.